Hi guys, it's officially April! April 2 of 2025. And it's been such a long time since I last updated. And the reason for that is because I've lost storage, dog. I don't know actually the reason why I'm capable of taking a video now. I don't know unsa kong gipang delete. Nga naka-free up kog space gamay. I feel like I remember because I've attempted to download something and I attempted to edit a video in CapCut and dili pa Japan siya ma-export because kulang pa Japan kog space. Hala, wait, ako siya off ang water. Dog, I don't know if naka-video ko sa ko ang down moments, but y'all should have seen me during March, dog. I think March was such a tragic no, I'm just kidding. It's not tragic. Tragic is a big word. It's reserved for moments that are tragic. But I feel like March was just exhausting and a lot of finding my way back, Do you like my voice? It's because I have gisip on ko ba and then ano siya. Gisip on ko and then giubo-ubo, I think it's because of the cold and because early in the morning kay ko nagkape kagahapon. Yesterday was such an interesting day, honestly. It was not one of my regular days and I also appreciate how the day went because I felt productive. Even though wala na ako na-finish akong to-do list, I could have finished it, honestly, if I didn't, insert certain things or do some tasks that do certain things that I didn't intend to do. I mean, I intended to do, but I didn't finish them in a sufficient amount of time for me to finish the other tasks. And then I kind of used up the rest of my time doing other things what do you call that? Not procrastinated, but basically I feel like I'm doing I'm not gonna jinx it, and I think it's not gonna be jinxed as long as I don't actively jinx it, or allow it to. But basically I feel like we went to Bangkok, Thailand, and then I feel like that family trip really helped me somehow. But it also helped that I didn't have a phone, while traveling and even before leaving, my phone broke after our first minor hike because nagwang LCD for some reason. But it's still functioning. It's just the LCD is broken. So daghan kog things. I mean, dili siya ma-open because dili na ako makita. And although na ako'y muscle memory, after that it's nothing. I don't know where to go. And I also have forgotten the layout by now. But and daghan kog recordings there, daghan kog writing stuff in my notes sa akong other phone. But I guess somehow it signifies a new beginning. You know what? I realized, nagpa-tarot card reading ko before, diba? Katong nag-itchira ko me with silang portal people. And then, the cards told me, or ang reader, nag-ana siya nga, I'll be fighting a lot for feminism. And then, there's a death card, which meant that I'm gonna be entering something, I'm gonna be changing. Right? No, it signifies, something that's going to end or a new beginning, churva. And I was so scared during that time. Obviously, who wouldn't be scared with a death card, dog? That's some scary stuff. But, because I also thought that I was gonna die because, I had a lot of death thoughts. So, you never know what's gonna happen to you. But yeah, and beginnings sound scary or honestly but it depends on your perspective. But if you think about starting new, learning from the bottom to up, so from scratch or whatever, I don't know, sometimes blank pages are scary. Not not gonna lie, that's how art, like, writers think about blank pages. But blank pages, while they allow for a lot of new, or like a lot of potential, that potential will be nothing if the writer doesn't start anything at all. Like, it's so what do you call that? Like, kind of, you're being held. I forgot what it's called. It's so basta, like, paralyzing. Yeah, it's so paralyzing to look at a blank page. But it isn't paralyzing, if you have enough, and like, you just at least start with a word. But I'm just saying, like, it can be paralyzing, and it could, be such a big task for a person to do. Like, even if it looks easy for someone else, first for another, it's such a heavy task. And that paralysis looks like so many different things, and the blank page also looks like different things. I realized during March, because during March, I don't it was a weird time. Like, it was very hazy, I guess. I don't really remember specifically what I've done throughout the month, but I think that's because I've been really trying to, exist at the present. And kato kong most recent tarot card reading, which was last Sunday? No, or Saturday. Was it Saturday? I feel like it was Saturday last week. It was nighttime, the last day of the Zine Fest. And nagpa-tarot card reading ko by kay I really felt like March definitely was my flop era. Like, not gonna lie, I was failing, I was struggling, I was losing, I was all of the things that I didn't want to be during freshman year, or even like in general. Like, I didn't want to be all of that. Like, obviously, like, I want to appear smart, I want to appear strong, I want to appear successful, I want to appear brilliant, I want to appear excellent, I want to appear like I have my shit together, bro. I want to appear like a lot of the things that I once believed I am, or I was. But it's like, after so many tries of proving yourself that you still are that person, if you are always denied that truth, you kind of start believing that you are your mistakes, and you are your flaws, and you are your failures. That's for me, like, that's the experience I had during March. Like, I started believing that, maybe, I wasn't meant for certain things, which is true. But also, like, I felt like, while I did think that, I also thought that it wasn't worth trying anymore, like, fighting for. And those, like, thoughts that boiled up inside my head, those, like, gruesome thoughts. Gruesome. But, like, thoughts that shouldn't be there in the first place. I honestly, if somebody asked me how it went down, or what went wrong, I could try to pinpoint exactly how or when, but that's the scary thing and the worst part, because as much as I am self-aware, I can't exactly, say for sure that at this exact moment was when I let myself go. Like, you can't really determine that. Like, you can't determine the start of your decline, because you only know you've declined when you're at the bottom. Like, you know you've declined when you've declined when you're at the bottom already, dog. Like, damn, I think I'm still at the bottom, honestly. I couldn't say that I've actually, gotten back to the groove. I haven't really risen up yet as much as, to the same level that I was before. And I think it's also harmful if I see myself that way. Like, I view myself in a separate way. Like, I had different versions of myself. I mean, that's kind of true, but like, viewing these versions as like better and, you know, ranking them, I guess it's normal to rank your versions because there's always those versions that you better love for yourself to be. And there are also versions that other people want you to be more. But, I think it's also harmful if we stick to one version because that's the version that we found to be the best so far. Because there are still other versions that we don't know about. And, life is constant until we die. But, life is constant and change is constant. And I feel like it's counterproductive, or like my issue about self-growth and progress is that I, easily badmouth myself because I set a certain version as the standard. And if I don't meet those, requirements or the qualities that specific version had, probably because I have outgrown them, or I've developed certain other methods of coping or whatnot. Like I've like it's just I've changed pa. And if I always view that version as a standard, I will obviously constantly disappoint myself also because it's unattainable anymore because I've moved forward. And that's probably one of the things that is very difficult for me to see, like to see in front, because I don't know, damn, I keep yapping honestly, and I don't exactly know what I'm talking about, but they make sense when I kind of listen to it, like as I'm talking they make sense. But it's not like I'm not, being sincere or whatever, and I'm just relying on the heavens to provide me the words to say to the video. But it's also just like, I don't know, it's just what I feel. And like I just believe that March was such a weird time, but weird in the sense that I was navigating, and it's a lot of new paths, new territories, and new experiences. Actually, the experiences have been accumulated since, January or the previous months, since last year even. But the new experiences in March were a lot more in terms of retrospection. Like, because I sometimes, you can't both retrospect while you're still currently in the moment. So in March, I feel like a lot of the time I have been retrospecting on the moments I've had in the past months or weeks. Oh my god, I feel like I've been yapping. And the video wasn't even on. I don't know if you've listened, if you've heard what I've been talking about. But those were some good advice that you missed out on, if ever I've yapped on and I didn't actually play the video. Darn it. But I guess that's a sign that I need to go. It's still 15 minutes, like the video. But I need to work on a lot of other things. It's 7:16 a.m. Um, just a brief overview siguro of what you missed out on. I yapped about versions of me in the past and how I uphold a certain standard version that I can't meet anymore because I've probably outgrown that version, and I'm still constantly growing and evolving. And so it's obvious that, a lot of the things I was, I can no longer be. So, you know, I shouldn't set that up, like my past, as a standard, because I'm just setting myself up for disappointment, you know. And another was on how, I forgot. Oh yeah, but basically I was just explaining how March was a lot of navigating and experiencing things, being at the present moment, appreciating the present moment. And it really, really helped that I didn't have a phone and that I wrote things down. I took photos. I spent time with family. I expressed myself to friends. Honestly, I did say that when you're I did say that during March you don't, or I didn't exactly know, not only during March, but I didn't exactly know when the not the spiral, but the downfall started. Because this is the thing that I told the recent tarot card reader. I told her that I was going through my flop era, which was so true because it definitely feels like a flop era, dog. Like, I'm failing, I'm struggling, losing, and it sucks a lot, Judd, especially that I'm a woman, because the last thing I would want is for men to see me fail. And I'm not saying that because I crave male validation. It's because I don't want to give in to, the standard of society about how they view women as, weak, or, you know, that they're not any better than men, or like that men are stronger and shit like that. The status quo. And I think we have evolved a lot further from those beliefs and ways of thinking. Well, not the majority, but especially if you think about the Philippines, we're so far from those progressive ideals. But I'm saying, like, especially, like, example, in school, people don't really think like that as much anymore. But the fact that it still exists, right? And you still have to constantly prove yourself as a woman. I think a lot of the time, a lot of the, burden I've been feeling has been exactly due to that burden of proving yourself, of, being good, doing good, making sure that, your flaws or your failures are lessened, are really like contained. And if ever you're leaking, pat yourself up right away, because we don't want someone who becomes a liability, especially not a woman, because, women are prone to being found or seen as a liability. This is what the tarot card reading said during that Ichiraku moment we had with Portal people. Like, it said, the reader said that I was going to be, like, pushing so much towards feminism. And I was so happy during that time because I was like, yeah, let me do that. But it's not an easy path, bro. Like, no matter how strong you are, or like how, you think you're really stable, or, rigid in your beliefs, you will be shaken. You will always be shaken some way, somehow. And it could be your friends who will shake you or new people. And I mean, it's easy to say that, not to allow yourself to be shaken by other people. But when it comes to like, trying to navigate the world, society, trying to navigate the different characteristics of people, and trying not to live in an enclosed bubble, trying not to live in an echo chamber, you're obviously going to have to fight your way through different opinions and personalities. And a lot of the time, a consequence of that would be, through your navigation, you will always most certainly get lost. But I think, as long as you don't kill yourself, I think you'll eventually find yourself back. You'll find your way back. And then with that knowledge or that experience, it'll give you more credential or credibility. It'll give you more, heart and logic. It'll give you more knowledge to brave through the next moment you'll have to compromise and, talk with others and navigate again. That's just how it is. Because, that's just how it is. I don't know what I've been yapping about or like what has been captured in the video. So I'm gonna end it here before siya mag-lag. Because when it lags, you're not gonna understand anything. And it sucks because you're also not gonna see me moving properly. Because kuan siya mo siya basta. So muna siya, guys. Muna siya ako ang thoughts right now. Look at this outfit. It's so cute. This is Ari's jumper. And this bra is for my mother. Sa Thailand niya gigive. Ito siya gipang-give na bra. Because she knows I don't buy bra and my underwear and necessities. Which is one thing I should change. Duh, obviously. But yeah, guys. I've also been earning so far-ish. To March. Just a bit. 750 so far. And I'm gonna earn more this April. And hopefully for the next month also, I'm gonna find other jobs. Yeah, wait. Ako na i-off. Continue ko another video, if ever. Bye. I love you.